السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Today in this short series we are going to go over La al-Amila, which is La which is mushabba bi laysa. It works like laysa. So among the different types of La we have covered La Nafiya, La Atifa, La Zaida, La Jawabiya, La Nahiya. Among the different types of La Nafiya, we have La Nafiya lil Mudare, La Nafiya lil Madi, La Nafiya lil Masadir, La Nafiya al Mutarida, and the La that is specific to Jumlatul Ismiya include La Nafiya al Muhmila, La Nafiya lil Jins, La Nafiya al Amila, and Lata. Among these four laws that are specific to Jumlatul Ismiya, today we are going to talk about la which is mushabba bi laysa, which means it works similar to laysa and it is la al-amila as well. So la al-amila or la that works like laysa is also called la nafiya lil wahda, and we are going to learn in a little bit why it is given this name. So this la works similar to laysa as I have mentioned before. Its khabar is nasb and status, just like the khabar of laysa. For it to work, there are three conditions. There are three conditions for it to work. Both its ism and khabar must be common. It is must that both its ism and khabar must be common. Khabar cannot be before its ism, so it must follow a normal sequence of Jumlatul Ismiya where there is Mubtada, Khabar, not khabar before mubtada. Okay, so however, mubtada with this la, which is al-amila, is going to be now called ismula and khabar is going to be called khabrula. Also, the third condition for it to work is its ism and khabar cannot be separated by illa. So, in example below, la rajulun solihan, a man is not righteous. In here, we see the ismula is rajulun, khabrula is salihan. Khabrula is mansub, just like khabar of laysa. Ismula is rough in status, just like ismu laysa. Both are common, and there is no illa between ismula and khabrula. So, these three conditions must be met for it to work. Now, let's see why this is given this name La Nafiya lil Wahda, and let's compare it to La Nafiya to lil Jins. Let's look at an example below. La Rajulun Qa'iman. A man is not standing. When you negate a sentence using La Nafiya lil Wahda, you notice you're just talking about one person who is not standing. It is taking into consideration only one person, only one man who is not standing. When it comes to la nafiyatu lil jins, you notice here la rajula qaimun. Here you see ismu la is mabni al fatha as la rajula is, qabrula is rafin status as qaimun is, and when you look at the translation, you see it is translated as not a single man is standing. So the negation done by la nafiyatul lil jins take into consideration the entire species of men. It is not talking about just one person. It takes into consideration the entire species, where La Nafiya Lil Wahda only takes into consideration the ism that it is negating. So remember the differences in grammar as well as in meaning and understanding. So here we have few examples from Quran. فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ. The first la in this ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 38, la is followed by an ism which is common. It is the subject, and the khabar in here is mahzoof. We only have muta'alliq bil khabar, but this khawfun can be very well treated as ismu la, and this la can be called la al-amila, with khabar mahzoof, since this ismu la is common, so it fits the bill for la nafiya lil wahda or la al amila mushabba bilaysa. When you look at the second la, which also is entering upon a jumlatul ismiya, wala hum yahzanun, this hum is a proper ism, so this la can never be considered la nafiya lil wahda or la al amila, because in here hum is a proper ism. La nafiya lil wahda or la al amila only enters upon jumla ismiya with both ism and khabar of la being common. In the next example, from Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 254, you can see La bay'un fih wala khullatun wala shafa'atun wal kafiruna humu zalimun. The first the first part of the ayah beginning with La bay'un, this La can also be labeled as La al-amila because Bay'un is common, its khabar is mahzoof, and but there is no illa, there is no change in positioning. Bay'un is in the beginning of the sentence, so it fits the bill for la al amila. Though in both the examples from Quran, we are noticing the khabar is mahzoof. With that, I will end the session. I hope you find this session beneficial. And just a quick recap. Remember the conditions for La Nafiya Lil Wahda or La Al Amila to work. These are the most important three features that you need to know about La Nafiya Lil Wahda, which works like Laysa. Its khabar is going to be nasb. Its ism and khabar both must be common, and its khabar and ism cannot be separated by illa. And also remember that it has to follow normal sequence of jumlatul ismiya, just like in the normal sequence you have mubtada then khabar. Similarly, the ismula should be in the beginning and then khabrula must come. Khabrula can never be before ismula for la nafiya lil wahda to work. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.